All right, what's up? Wednesday edition?
Wednesday.
May 14th?
Yep.
Correct.
May 14th. Brought to you, Pick Central, brought to you by DraftKings. If you're looking to make the NBA playoffs even more exciting, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered as an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All season long, DraftKings has been the go-to spot for NBA player props, and that doesn't stop now. Want to make your playoff experience even more intense? Try placing a bet on your favorite player's performance. Will they drop 30 points, 40, or more? It's your call. Ready to place your first bet? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Lock in your bets, and let's make this playoff run unforgettable. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right. Game 5 tonight, Knicks Celtics. I think we'll dive into that big. Obviously now, I don't know, depending on what time you guys finished yesterday, the Tatum news is officially, obviously, Achilles, which everyone suspected.
Yeah.
Celtics still a favorite tonight, which is at home.
I gotta be honest with you. It's you guys are losing tonight. This is a classic Celtics win. I think you win in 6. I think you win at home at MSG. But this is a classic.
Close out at home.
This isn't a walk in the park tonight.
No, but this is a classic thing where it's like, okay, the Knicks should win the series. They're at home. The Celtics are home. Best players out. The Knicks should win, but they're still a favorite. You're like, why the fuck are they still a favorite? The Celtics haven't played well. Tonight, I think they win by double digits. I'm not even kidding. That's not a slight against the Knicks.
Well, it is. It is a slight against the Knicks.
No, I actually don't think it is. That's just how it works. It's almost like you get that one game of like, we're playing for our guy, Jason Tatum. And then it's like, okay, game 6 happens, the Knicks just fucking kill him because that's just what happens. I'm telling you.
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Like, there's plenty of good players. They got to play Pritchard more. They
need to not play Porzingis.
Pritchard's been killing the Knicks, and they don't play him.
Porzingis is a liability.
That's like what I just said to Meek before. I was like, Pritchard's going to get 20 tonight.
We don't know what to do.
Like, I'm not worried. I still think we'll win the game if that's the case. I get what you're saying gambling-wise, but also at the same time, it was a 10.5 point spread. Like, Tatum can only move the line. He moved the line 6 points. That's a ton.
Oh, 100%.
He's their fucking guy. He's their alpha.
They're like on paper, they're still talented, but
Jalen Brown needs to be a monster.
But I also 100
have that in him.
They need to go crazy. Like Pritchard needs to go off. Like Tatum or Brown needs to go off. Like
Brown needs to be huge.
White needs to go off.
Brown has not been.
He's not been.
But I think the biggest thing. This is what I said to Meek before too. Not having Tatum defensively is going to be brutal
100%,
for them.
100%.
Porzingis looks like a.
Well, also, you can put OG now on Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that. Now, everyone slides down a peg.
In the talk in the first games, especially like game 1, for example, was like, oh, like they shot so poorly. That's not going to happen again. The Knicks had their worst offensive game of the season, game 2. They won. And they needed a heroic effort from Tatum in game 4 for the game to be close. Like, we just have like outplayed them straight up.
I agree.
You had a heroic. Brunson was heroic, too.
But Bridges was great the whole game.
No, they were great. They played great. But I'm saying they needed their.
If you don't have Brunson there, you lose that game too. Like he was unbelievable.
But I'm saying if they're supposed to be this like other galaxy better team, and their best player can go like just nuts, like the shots he was hitting were crazy, and you're still down like 8 with a minute and a half left.
The Knicks matched up way better with the Celtics than everyone realized.
It was I'm telling Mitch was everything. Mitch made such a difference.
Mitch changes so much.
And Porzingis being, apparently, like you said, Marty, a liability now, it changes things.
What's your thoughts on
hold on. And I'm a Knicks fan. Did the Knicks match up well with the Celtics? Because they held 20. We did pull those amazing upsets, but like, I know, but the Celtics took a huge lead in 1 and 2. We pulled it out of our ass. And then they killed us in game 3. And then in game 4, obviously, Tatum gets hurt.
Yeah, but that game was over.
It was over when
the game was over.
Like we won the game.
I'm not.
Wait. Yeah,
I have a quick
there's no nodding the head. The game was over. They
were down 8 with like a minute and a half left. No, 11 with the dunk.
I got a
9
or 9 or 11. The OG dunk on that play was.
Are you a Knicks fan?
Yeah, dude, but like to say we did match up well because we're up 3-1, obviously.
No, it's more like you're in.
Like we pulled 2 out of our ass and they handled us for those 2 games.
I think Rico's not wrong. Like look at the rebound.
I don't think I'm wrong.
Look at the rebounding.
I don't think I'm wrong.
No, you're not. You're definitely. I don't think you're technically wrong, but you definitely match up. Like you won those games no matter what. Like no matter what, you're down 20. You won. You did it twice, and then you also beat them heads up when you both played your best game. You won. So like that's where I'm saying most of this was like we were talking about yesterday. Most of this was like if most people are saying if the Knicks make it to Game 6, good job. good job for them. Like if they lost in 6, it'd be like that was actually a pretty hard fought series
Right.
for the Knicks. This way, I'm saying like the fact that they are even up 3-1 is like maybe the Knicks are better than we thought. Like we always knew they were good. We didn't know they were Celtics good. And I do understand what you're saying. They're up 20 points twice, and like you had to pull a rabbit out of your ass. But it's still, I think, when I'm watching that game, that last game really told me a lot that the Knicks kept up with the physicality. They're out rebounding the shit out of the Celtics. They can't even come close to the rebounds.
Nope.
And that's what actually it shows, and the Celtics are missing is rebounding, because Al Horford is getting bullied down there.
No, Robinson and Towns we're just killing them on the boards.
And that's what I'm
Absolutely
saying
killing
about
them.
Towns. Like Towns does more than what people think. I think he gets a shitty shake from some Knicks fans. But if he keeps playing like he played last game too, even though he's the funniest NBA player of all time.
Big Zesty.
He's big zesty. It's
Zesty.
crazy.
You got to lean into it.
I love it.
I love him for who he is.
I do.
I want him
too.
to be himself. Be yourself.
Even when he's like,
Oh my God, your ass off out there. I don't. Give me 20 and 10 every night, and
That's what I'm
like
saying.
just going to work in the.
I get what you're saying though, Rico. Like the Celtics have won more quarters than the Knicks have. Doesn't mean they obviously.
The name of the game in the NBA is the fourth quarter.
No, I know.
This is
I
how
know.
the runs work.
I know.
Like, how do you close out a game? Because like the casual fan will watch the NBA and be like, why are we watching the second quarter? You know, just zoom ahead to the fourth quarter, and the Knicks are dominating that quarter.
Yeah. No, is it do you think the Celtics are like do you think they were going through the motions, like they relied on their talent more than like they undersold their opponent? Like what do you think the reason of them losing?
No, I don't think that's. I think that's like kind of a weird cliche. I mean,
Why is it a weird cliche?
no, I think it's like I think it goes back to like who wants it more. I've been kind of debating this in my head. Like I've been internally thinking about this too. Like all right, like you definitely see like the Knicks. I hate to say like I want it more. I hate all that stuff. I think the Knicks seem to be willing to do the extra thing. Maybe the Celtics
I think
aren't.
they're playing harder than
It's a
Celtics.
lack of focus. It looks like it's a lack of focus.
I think the
focus,
bigger thing
intensity,
is like the Celtics go on these runs, right, where they they go on these runs where they're hitting every three. But then the second they go cold, the problem is there's no interior presence there. So then we don't get those second chance opportunities. So that's what's happening is we go cold and the Knicks can completely dominate because we're not getting the rebounds.
I also think Missoula has coached them out of the
So
series.
that's wasn't my actually.
Yeah, no adjustments.
I think
They-
Missoula has killed them.
He's not getting a lot of shit.
I think it's coming.
If Porzingis
They lose the
plays-
series, he's going to get shit.
And the
I think
thing
so
is,
too.
I think
The
he has-
Porzingis
I think
minutes
he has
is
to play-
inexcusable.
And no,
He has to
and the
play him
Pritchard.
tonight.
No, he doesn't. If you know he's
It didn't
bad, you
seem
can't
like-
play him.
It didn't seem like Pritchard got enough
The
minutes
lack
in
of
game
Pritchard
four.
and
Yeah.
too much Porzingis.
He's unbelievable. He didn't play game 4.
We're you all watching it unfold, and we're like, why is Porzingis out there? You're saying the same thing with Pat. Like, why? What are they doing?
But what?
And then
But
where's
who are they going to
Pritchard?
play today? If like Porzingis, like,
Pritchard's
without-
starting. Pritchard
Pritchard's
has to.
going to play a lot.
Pritchard's
He's
going
gonna
to play. Of
That doesn't
course,
solve the
but
rebound issue,
I'm
so.
saying Porzingis.
I mean, maybe you have to give Cornette more minutes. I mean, I'll
Like he's been.
Do they
He's
dig
been fine.
deeper down to the bench like Baylor Shireman minutes?
Honestly, no.
I don't know what
Hauser
I don't think he
comes
does.
back.
Hauser's back.
He's gonna play a decent amount.
that's
tonight,
actually
but
big.
that's big.
He's gonna play
Depends
decent.
how he is. I don't know how he's.
Yeah, we don't right.
But-
And I'll say this though. Imagine. I'm not saying it's going to happen,
You got the finger.
but imagine if the Celtics do pull this off somehow. Imagine
Remember
imagine the
when we said
depravity.
this? Remember when we said this about like the Yankees?
I know. I'm saying, but I'm not. It's not false confidence. I'm just saying. Imagine a world where this does happen and the Celtics pull it off. Imagine being a Knicks fan after that.
What's the
Well,
Knicks,
tonight's game 5, so we're gonna focus on game 5.
What's the Knicks like? If it's 3-2, what's your scared level?
They would be nervous for sure because they've had trouble closing that series at home.
Close out at home.
It's just like, but
They're
now to be
very
fair, winning that game 4, I think, like alleviates. Now, obviously, not a
well,
close that
yeah,
game,
if
but
you
like
lost
that was.
game, it's over.
I understand. I'm saying they don't win the important game at home like that. Like that got like a monkey off their back.
It might not be over though if Tatum still gets hurt. Like then
No, I
it's
think-
2-2, and then the
I
Knicks.
think 2-2 was a disaster no matter what.
I don't know if that's true. I think the Knicks are a good team.
So
Like,
I have a stat on Jason Tatum. The Celtics are 8-2 without Tatum this year.
Okay, but can I counter that though? I
Yeah,
haven't.
I have the exact list right here.
Okay,
of
because
teams.
it's against nobody.
yeah, they rested him against guys they would beat otherwise.
Versus Detroit early in the year when Detroit was bad. Lost to Orlando, who didn't have Paolo or Franz. Portland, who stinks. A win. Utah, a win that stinks. Brooklyn, a win that stinks. Phoenix, a win that stinks. Washington, a win that stinks. Lost to Orlando, then a win versus Charlotte. So
Shout out at Dan Israel for that tweet that
Yep.
you're reading off of.
It's a different person. This is Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
So a lot of people
all
have.
right. All right. Just shout out to whoever you read.
Yeah.
Shout out Chef.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love your beefaroni, Chef.
I think Celtics win tonight. I think the Knicks win 6, but I think they win tonight. It's 4.5.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough at home.
Opened at
They haven't
6.5 or 5. It's dropped like a rock since.
It makes sense. It's the fact it's 4.5. If it opened at 4.5, I'd be like, well, it's still.
I think the first 5 or 6 minutes are so important. Like if that crowd, you're only gonna have that crowd for because they're gonna be. This is a depressing game to go to if you're a Celtics fan. No,
I'm telling you
Dave's
though.
going.
Dave and Hank are going to
Yeah,
be
Dave
there.
and they'll
don't
you got to
think-
will them on. But I'm saying, like,
I don't
if they
think
can
it
get
is,
that
though.
crowd going, I don't know. If the Knicks
think
start
when-
out 10-0, this is going to be depressing.
Obviously, but still 10-0, and like we just said, NBA doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't, but when you don't have your star-
last night the Cavs were fucking.
Well, that's the most pathetic.
blowing them out.
That's the most pathetic performance I've ever seen from.
What I'm saying is sometimes these teams they get like that game after your star goes down. It's like we're winning for our guy tonight, and then, especially at
Ewing
home.
theory.
Yeah, it's just more like again.
The Ewing theory isn't just for one game. The Ewing theory
No, I know it's for everything. So like I'm saying, if you're saying the series thing, then you're leaning on the Ewing theory.
It's like the hungry dogs run faster. Like it's just the.
They have nothing to lose
more,
right now. They have nothing to
So
lose.
it's a good team, man. It's a really good team around
Jason
them.
Tatum, like if Jason Tatum's still playing, it's still more like it's kind of like it's still not embarrassing that they're losing. It's kind of embarrassing they lost.
I think if Tatum, the obvious thing, if Tatum's there, they just really believe they can come back from 3-1.
Yes.
I
You know
still
what?
think
Now
Tatum
they
played
do,
to
but
be
they
favored.
it's
What?
I still think if Tatum was healthy in the
No,
series,
no,
they'd be
no.
favored down
No,
3-1.
no.
I think
It would
it'd
be-
minus 120.
I said minus like
Close
2.
to even, probably.
I don't. No, 3.
Maybe Knicks 150. There would be still a lot of respect for Boston.
I don't know.
The Knicks would be favored up 3-1. They would absolutely.
2-0.
Be favored.
It was even.
But that's
money.
much different. You need to. You've already beat them 3
Right, when
times.
it's just one, and
you got to do a little.
can't fuck up at
'cause
all.
The other way
One,
is
you
just,
can fuck up one more time.
But,
you got to think about it from like game, but the other way is like a 3-leg parlay on the Celtics.
We're
like,
2 legs.
That's
Would be
going
a
to be.
10-point favorite.
But that's gonna be plus money. Like the Celtics to win 3 games in a row would absolutely be plus money.
What's the series price if the Celtics win tonight?
What it would go down
What
to?
do we think?
Knicks minus 200.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 250.
Maybe a smidge below 2.
Yeah, something.
No, still 2.
I think it'd be in the 2s.
Just because I think we'd be favored in Game 6.
Just no Tatum.
Not by
Like, no Tatum.
much
It's
though,
such a
man.
difference.
I don't think by much.
I mean,
3-2.
In Game 6, I don't think we're gonna be favored by that
Oh, in
much.
the game, it'd be like
The
a
line's
pick 'em.
gonna be what, 2?
It'd be like a pick.
Yeah.
I think you're more nervous than them too.
I'm very nervous. We talking about.
I am.
Because
Because of that, like you guys shouldn't. Like
I
understand
respect that team.
I
feel
understand
good.
respecting it, but you're up 3-1. You also just played
I know, no.
against their best. It was their best effort that game. There wasn't much of.
But I'm not a
No, I
big
disagree.
fan.
I disagree with that a little bit, Marty. Porzingis was a liability. Jalen Brown was a non-factor.
They played a good game.
No,
Played a
no, the
good
Knicks.
game.
The Knicks played awesome. That's not disrespect to the
The
Knicks.
Celtics played a good game.
I don't think we did.
Oh,
I
you're-
disagree with that.
Your best player went berserk. You played a good game.
Okay,
And-
that
and Derek
happened.
White-
Those two things can be mutually
White hit 6
exclusive.
threes.
Yeah, I'm saying. One of your other best players went nuts.
Eric White was a problem defensively, but right, he had a very good game. Jalen Brown was a non-factor. Porzingis was just
My
horrible.
point is this, so Clemmer.
We
Game
played
1 and
better
2
this year.
Game 1 and 2, you shot 25% from 3 combined. That's
Shot
horrible.
over 40% from 3.
So-
and lost.
Right.
Like that's
And
what
that's
and your whole
where-
offensive.
Right.
Is,
You couldn't harp on you didn't make your shots.
That's where I'm.
Make shots.
I'm not. The Knicks played. The Knicks deserved to win the game. The Knicks
But
played better than
that's
the
where
Celtics,
I'm
but I think the
saying
Celtics
Knicks-
can play better.
But that's where I'm. Yeah,
If
of course they.
sure, they didn't play an A plus.
But we're saying it wasn't a game 1 or 2 type deal.
I agree with that.
That's why I'm saying
played
if
like
I'm
a-
a Knicks fan, I have confidence. Of course, obviously you're not. You're reserved. You don't want to say you're going to win the series. Like you're not going to be an asshole. But like right now, I'd be like,
they can be assholes. We've seen it.
well, Meek is.
Oh no, we're gonna be
Meek's on
assholes.
a different level. Meek's on a different level right now.
I love it. I'm confident too. I feel very confident.
Yeah, I'm
feel
really confident right now.
I feel confident.
It's.
I think we win tonight. I really do. I really
believe
really do.
100% we win tonight's game.
Yeah, I
and close
don't.
that in
But
5.
hey, see that's.
Here's the interesting thing, though. So whenever Tatum puts up these great numbers in the regular season, and he doesn't really get like MVP talk. Like he's not there with the Jokic's and the SGA, and people discount him because you have this great team around you. But then when Tatum goes down, people discount the Celtics.
No, they're not.
It's like,
I mean, to some extent, I mean, they're favorite tonight.
no, but for the series, that's what I'm saying is like,
Well, they're down 3-1. It's not like even playing field.
okay, but that's what I'm saying. The series is not over. Like they very much still have a chance. That's why I'm taking them seriously tonight and for the rest of the series. And that's why I'm a little nervous because they have a very good
You
team.
can never think the series is over.
What?
You can never think the series is over.
I don't think it's over. I feel
they think they're
confident.
gonna
in
win.
it.
Yeah, there's one thing to feel. I just feel really good about it.
I also
Fine.
think
You can
over.
say that. The Yankees Dodgers. I said the series was over, and I said that. Like you can say that before it's over. It's okay.
I think Jason Tatum's one of the most undervalued, underappreciated players in basketball because I just don't think the
He is.
Celtics.
I actually-
they're built to win
First
a
time I've ever heard
I
you
think
guys be so
I don't
nice.
think they're
Can I
built
be
to win a
honest?
playoff series without him.
I think it's a facade on the internet that people just want to enjoy. Like, I think everyone understands how good Jason Tatum is. I think they just
Besides
like to
Steve
make,
Kerr.
I think they like to make. Well, they won the gold. Didn't
I know you might know.
they? And I think
Derek
that
White was getting more minutes.
yes, he fits in more. He didn't need the ball as much. I think that it's just like I think people on the internet just like the no aura thing. They love doing that. Like I think if you're actually in your heart of hearts if you think he's underappreciated, I think you're an idiot. Like you should know he's literally a top 3 player in the NBA. I think so.
I don't know top three.
Probably a stretch.
Top five.
He's
Top five.
number 5.
Do you want me
So
to
number 5.
3 to 5, Meek. You don't think he's
I
5?
can rattle off guys I think that are better.
Rattle him off, Meek.
Jokic, no debate.
We know. Okay.
Giannis.
I think those are the only two that it's like no debate.
Yeah, that-
maybe
and then-
Shea if you want to say Shea.
You gotta put-
Shay's
I think
winning
Tatum's.
MVP.
You got to put
Tatum's-
Shea up there.
I think
Shay's winning
Tatum.
MVP. I got.
If you think Shea's better than Tatum right now, I think you're crazy,
he's winning MVP,
Ooh.
dude.
I don't.
Shay's
I
really
wouldn't
good.
say you're crazy.
Yeah, Shea's really good.
Tatum is really good too. He's been doing that.
think
Shea
it's
is
close.
also just
I think it's
starting.
close too.
I think it's definitely
Shea's a great defender. Tatum is as well.
Tatum is too.
Both are two-way
like there are
guys.
great players. I'll put Tatum ahead. I'll put Tatum ahead of Anthony Edwards. I'll put Tatum ahead of Luka.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to put him
Oh, yeah.
over like. I think 40-year-old LeBron's a better player than Tatum.
See that
I
that is your
disagree.
worst take.
Yeah, I disagree.
So
I
think
dumb.
that's
A
where-
healthy Steph
that is
Curry is a better
awful.
player.
You don't mean
No,
the
he's
LeBron
not.
thing.
He can't play defense.
You don't mean the
Nah, you
LeBron
don't-
thing.
Not right now. He's not.
You have
I
this,
think
you
Tatum's better.
idolize these guys too much, Meek.
Meek, like Steph Curry is a top 10 player of all time.
Yes. So is LeBron, obviously.
Right this second, Jason Tatum is better than Steph Curry.
Correct.
I'm not. I'm even on that
That's
side.
that's insane.
That's what I'm saying. You guys just all just didn't rattle off 5. You rattled off 2.
I think that.
And
No, I think.
Shea is-
No, I think.
I think Shea is
Shay's arguable.
Some
Shay's
people
fair.
said the 3 to 5 camp. I think that's fair.
That's what I think.
Because I said four. I said top 5. He's like 4 or
Top
5.
5 is fine.
I think it's yeah, but you have LeBron and
Well, no,
and
you
Curry
didn't.
over
You
him.
didn't think 5 was
Like
fine
a-
2
I think
seconds
I
ago.
think
because you had the
debatable.
poster on your wall or something when you were a kid.
What's your 5?
Understand what that's about.
My 5, Giannis and Jokic, I think are 1 and 2. Is everyone on that board?
Jokic 1, Giannis 2 to me is like,
Yeah.
very clear.
Wow, who?
And SGA's 3.
Yes, I agree.
I think
would agree
Tatum's
SGA
3.
is
I think SGA is also has a really fucking good team around him as well.
Is Giannis definitely a clear cut too.
I think he is. I think you got to really watch his dominance. Like that
team is
that team
dog shit.
sucks.
So bad. So bad.
And they're always in the playoffs.
And
of
he's so they're just gonna be good, like at least average to good because he's on
Just
this.
because he's there.
I think Giannis.
They take him off that team, they're the Jazz.
I
Like,
think you
they're
put
hard.
Giannis on any team.
You're right. But is that the case with Tatum or SGA too though?
I think Giannis is better. I think if you were if you were gonna start a team, nothing else, give me Jokic and then give me Giannis.
The size.
And I'm not really hesitating about it at all.
When you're that tall, shooting threes and playing defense like that, it's just like you can't even fathom like having anyone over them. And then 3, I think is Tatum. I think 4 is SGA,
Okay.
and 5, I think is very
Brown?
I was
Jalen
Brunson.
Brunson. No,
We're gonna
Christian?
start putting him there eventually.
Getting up there.
Christian Brown? 5?
Brunson's not 5.
Getting up there.
No, he's not.
It's a conversation.
I mean, Anthony Edwards.
I don't even
Anthony
think
Edwards
it's
is
a
5. Like, what are we doing?
Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Brunson.
I think Brunson has made his way in the top 10.
10's fine.
Sure.
I'd say top 7.
But a lot of people said people were saying crazy things about him. Like I think just because he's small, he doesn't get the respect.
I mean,
His defense isn't like up there on like if you were talking about
Edwards
people,
has too many nights now. To me, he's been great in this, but
You think Luka's better than Jalen Brunson?
I'm taking Jalen,
You're
proven
crazy.
winner.
You're crazy.
2 titles of
Proven
Villanova.
win.
Proven winner. What?
2 titles of
it's
Villanova.
it's
proven
tough
winner.
because like he gets the nod for being big, but he's a legitimate traffic cone on defense.
And Brunson's defense in this
Brunson at least
series is-
holds.
they have
holds
tried to
his
hunt
own,
him,
like-
and it's
Yeah,
not
but
worked.
You guys
Held his own.
Held his own is not me. Luka Doncic is better than Jalen Brunson. I'm not having this.
Yeah,
he's
thank you.
also a
This is-
cone
it's not-
defensively.
Okay, Doesn't matter. Jalen Brunson's also a half a cone. So, like, he's not like this guy.
That's playing his balls off on defense this series.
Series, he plays balls off.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
it's
no,
fucking-
they've been
Luka
switching.
also just made the championship with a Mavericks team, and you guys just throw that away when everyone's his defense is defense. He made a fucking championship last year with a way worse team than the Knicks have right now.
I mean, they had Kyrie.
I'll do
They had a
Luka and
good team.
Edwards, and then
Kyrie.
Brunson's right there.
Well,
That's what I'm. Thank you.
Brunson's right below.
It's a lot closer than I think it's being.
No,
made out
That's
to be.
fine. I
Marty,
didn't
since you've
say
been gone, they've lost it. They've lost it.
They have.
They've lost their minds.
Luka Doncic is better than Jalen Brunson.
They think they've won the NBA Finals. They've lost their fucking minds. I'm so glad
Well,
you're
you thought
back.
the Celtics were going to beat the Knicks, and then there goes that.
Yes,
saw
I
Luka
did.
Doncic.
Everyone thought that.
You laughed in our
Congratulations.
face.
Yeah.
Also,
and the
still not-
series isn't over.
We'd
And
score a layup,
out
and
of
you'd be
the
like,
woods.
oh, good for you guys.
You guys are winning the finals this year, so I will laugh in your face
Luka's
again.
also,
believe
like,
me.
I'm not
biding my
saying-
time. I'm
I know what
biding
you're talking
my
about
time.
right now. Luka's 5 years younger.
No, I know. Luka's ahead.
He's just
3 years younger.
I'm saying it's really. I think it's a lot closer than people would make
Wait,
it out
guys,
to be.
it's only 3, so maybe Jalen is.
All I'm
better.
saying is I saw
No, it's
Luka
right.
Doncic be hunted time and time again by the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals, and they made a mockery of him on
Who's
defense.
better, the Mavericks or the Knicks
whoa,
right
whoa,
now?
whoa,
No. You can't do that.
This
What
Knicks
is it?
team is probably
Knicks.
better than last year's Mavericks team.
The Knicks team right now is way better than the Mavericks team last year.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are you talking about?
It's
It's
This Knicks
better.
team-
I wouldn't say way better.
This Knicks
But
team
we're
is
talking
better than
about-
any team that the Celtics played in the playoffs last year.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
They
That's what I'm
didn't,
saying
they
about
didn't
Luka.
beat a team that won 50
Luka,
games last year in
like
the
got
playoffs.
past the West with that team. That is all.
And
that
then
was.
he played the
Luka's
Boston
great.
Celtics.
Luka's
and
great.
what
No,
are they
that's what
doing?
I know. He's better than him. That's the conversation that he's still having with me.
You guys say that, but you guys still have to get past the Pacers next round if you beat us.
These are very good. I'm
Oh,
giving
and
the
we
Pacers
beat the
back.
Pacers, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we're beating you. Like what? Do you, like
But you said last year we didn't beat anybody who.
we were injured last year. We got hurt last
I
year.
understand. You understand that.
We're healthy right now.
Right, but that's not my point.
See the wood I'm knocking on.
My point is.
Someone was knocking at the door. Just freaking out.
My point is that you still have to play the Pacers. So before you start saying the Celtics haven't beaten anybody, you might want to get past the Pacers first, because we were able to do that last year.
That's two different conversations.
Yeah, completely.
Wow.
I'm talking about the Celtics.
We're not saying
I'm
they
not
I'm not saying that means we're just gonna waltz into the finals.
Yeah, we're just saying the Celtics didn't play anyone last year.
Okay.
They beat no one that won 50 games. That would be true. I'm saying if the
The title's a title. You can't take it away.
100%. They won the championship.
Huge for Tatum.
I'm saying I
His
remember
injury, who knows,
I remember our friend Dukes here saying like there was like the greatest Celtics
What a
team,
convenient time.
one of the
to-
great teams like ever.
Convenient.
Left me holding
And I
the
haven't
bag.
gotten one call. We haven't gotten one call from Kevin from
I said
Long
Kevin
Island.
from Long Island needs to call.
And also, yeah, so are people talking about the Celtics might have the easiest route to a championship of all time?
They said that last year.
they did.
They said it last year.
All right.
They just did.
Is he on my side or not?
I
I'm
don't
gonna smack him. I'm literally trolling for him, and he's trying to correct me.
I got a question about behind the side of the glass. There's somebody back there who's
I just
I did it-
noticed.
I did it
One of
yesterday.
just noticed.
one of the most pleasant.
depressed.
No. One of the most pleasant people in this company. Obviously, very nice. Does a great job at what she does. But JB, are you scouting now that you've advanced to the Eastern Conference
I think she
Finals?
is. I think
Jordan
she's-
Berry, known Pacers fan. Like, are you
Big
scouting
Pacers
back
fan.
there?
I am just an observer
All right.
of everything going on. I'm just here to observe, listening to everyone, making sure we're being respectful. You know, we're being nice when it comes to the Pacers.
Okay.
And to me.
All right.
Just everyone be nice. I'm nice to you. Please be nice to me. Just observing. Be nice.
They're not gonna be nice.
You know who's not
No,
nice?
I've been a Pacers respecter.
I have
People
two.
still
Guy
are.
in that
people
room.
are
There's a guy in the room
respecting
with
them
you
now.
right now.
They're
It's not a Pacers respecter. Meek Phil.
I know, and I'm a little nervous. And we had a conversation yesterday. I said, we're friends. We can be cordial. We can be respectful, right, Meeks?
Yep, we're respectful.
That'd be some,
just observing.
some
I'm out.
visual. He's flipping off JB. On it.
He's not respectful, Joe.
He's got his
A
fingers
lunatic.
crossed
I'm
behind his
respectful to
back.
everyone but
Yeah,
Chris Plummer.
What's that?
I'm respectful to everyone but Chris
No,
Plummer.
you weren't respectful to the
Meek's gonna be an
Pacers.
asshole to her.
I think the Pacers deserve respect this year.
What's that?
The Pacers do deserve respect this year.
How about last year when you said they would never make the Eastern Conference Finals again?
I
was
forgot
wrong.
about that.
What's that?
I was wrong.
You were wrong. Yeah.
Crazy when I'm wrong, I can say I'm wrong. But
Oh,
when
you
you're
can't.
Wrong, when you're wrong, you're
Oh, he lives in a different world. He lives in a different world.
Thank you. That's not true at all, Meek.
Not true.
That's
You
not
brought
true at
I
all,
point
Meek.
out you're wrong. You go in like fetal position.
Oh, yeah, and when I'm right and you're wrong, you drive away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, accountability by Meek again. There it is.
Unbelievable.
He admits it.
Yeah.
I will say,
I love this show. I really do. Oh, by the way, Hubs joined the show.
Hello.
We got to address the grumpy elephant in the room.
Subs joined the show.
I'm only grumpy because of this decrepit human being.
No, you're miserable. You were a miserable
Half-
fuck for a
half
guy.
the,
dude. You're the most
Come on, you
miserable
make my
person.
life miserable, but
Half the
everything else.
audition
not.
process of getting on Pick Central is just like, we had a conversation yesterday. It's like, when you're in this room, you really fucking hate Clemma. You know? And it's okay, though, because it's in this room. But you know deep down, it's like, fucking really hate this guy. You know? It's
My
a
problem
nice-
is
Why
I
me?
also. My problem is it's outside the room too. So
Why?
Yours is outside
I couldn't
the
get
room.
enough of him, I guess.
I'm the guy you hate?
No, in this room.
Why? But why? Because I keep being right about the Golden State Warriors. That makes you that mad?
No, you're not right
You've
about
been
it.
wrong.
you're not right.
You're
We're not
wrong.
doing that right
I'm
now.
sure the 5 wins are worth punting your future. It's good.
But they haven't punted the future. You say these things out like that's
Jimmy Butler trade was an
it's not
outstanding.
it's not
If
real.
he were- if he was
These
playing,
things you're saying are fallacies.
They'll never forget those 5 playoff wins ever.
if he was playing,
What about what they traded? You know, you'll never forget about those.
They forget the
Traded
playoff.
Nothing.
They made the playoffs when you said they won it.
Yeah.
Will they forget that?
Cubs, how
I-
old,
I-
Cubs,
is
how
that-
old is?
I know you're a Knicks fan, and it's making the playoffs a big deal. For most teams,
See,
it's
here,
not.
this is move.
Most
move the, this
teams,
is move the
but I'm saying
goalpost
most
color.
franchises making the playoffs is not a big deal. I know it is for you guys, but it's not for most.
They absolutely, based off what I've seen from Minnesota, if Curry's healthy and playing,
They wouldn't see.
Yes, for
that's
sure.
going 6 or
wasn't so
7.
old and hadn't straightened
Cubs-
that hamstring.
Cubs, how
He might
old
be
is
right.
how old is Jason Tatum?
20.
Did he blow a hamstring?
He'll be 28 years
No,
old.
even
when he comes
worse.
back.
His
He
Achilles
got
way
hurt.
worse.
Did he get hurt because he's
That
old
future
or
had
is
it's
young?
gone. That
got hurt 'cause
future
he's
had
young.
it. It's
What
over.
is your future?
Potentially winning an NBA championship.
I don't think so, Ev. I don't think so. What's the odds on that? Pull up the odds.
Oh no, the odds.
Pull
That
him
means
up.
they can't
Pull
win.
them up.
I have a mock draft right
Pull 'em
now,
up.
and the Miami,
Pull 'em up.
the
Pull 'em up.
Miami Heat.
You
are gonna
want
select
to make a
LeBaron
bet right now?
Fowler
The
with
Knicks win the
25th.
title. Let's make the bet right now.
They drafted me.
I think I'll be in good shape.
The Knicks,
I think
you
I'll be in
mean?
good shape.
The Knicks have the second best title odds right
I
now,
think
plus
the, I
500.
don't. I'm gonna say right now. I don't think the Knicks win a title.
I think we
Whoa!
should make a bet.
Wow, so we
Take
should have
Clemmer.
traded.
Whoa!
Should have traded Jalen Brunson and Cat at the deadline because you don't think we had a chance to win the title.
Not as old as if they were 36. Yes.
Dumb.
37. Yes.
Just
If they, yeah, absolutely. If they're
brain doesn't-
37,
He's always got to just move the goalpost.
it's not a goalpost. It's the whole
moves it
point of the
around.
argument. You dumb fuck.
No, you're saying no. Now the Knicks have a very good chance to beat the Celtics in a series. Now you're
Congratulations.
gonna turn into an argument. The Knicks have no chance to win the
They
finals.
do not. They're not going
Why?
to win the finals.
Why?
Because they're not that good.
So what does that make the
beating your
Celtics?
teams.
That's true. They're not
The
that
Celtics
good.
are a joke, though.
So wait,
Celtics
who
aren't
are the
good?
good teams, Clemmer, that we're talking about?
I would say Oklahoma City Thunder have a very good chance.
Well, we're getting
Team at
pushed.
I think you
120,
guys are
yes.
gonna have a tough time against the Pacers. I think any team out west though is gonna beat the shit out of you guys, and that's why you guys are not a
So-
higher odds.
So there's
DraftKings,
there's
thank you
two
for
of-
those
there's
odds.
two of
Literally
them.
just two teams.
Two
So
of
the
them.
Minnesota Timberwolves, who have played a Lakers team that we've learned is fucking awful, and an old Warriors team that's injured, are you sure the Timberwolves are that good? If you're saying the Knicks
I
aren't
think
that
the
good?
Timberwolves also have
But I mean, what have they
went
proven?
to a Western. Well, they went to a Western Conference Final last year.
Yeah, we took their center that did it.
Yeah, but they also gave you a couple of nice players.
What a dynamic that would be, by the way.
also
Randall
gave-
coming back to the
gave
Garden in
them
the final.
two guys.
Oh my God.
That was a bad one. You gave him Julius Randle.
Yeah, I mean,
who's their leading scorer,
Triple
they
double
gave-
the other day.
second leading scorer.
And I know he hasn't had the best playoffs, but I think DiVincenzo's a nice player.
He's
He's a nice player, but he's been bad.
He's
these
been horrible in the
playoffs.
He's bad in
playoffs.
the playoffs.
I like
I think
him
he's a nice
as
player,
a
though.
player, but
They have a bunch of other really good players. You mentioned before DiVincenzo.
No, but we're
Nas Reed.
we're talking
McDaniels
about.
is
so
He
underrated.
said he gave them away. That's what we're talking about. The
I
Knicks
mean,
trade.
they did give him
This is
give us
why
Cat.
it's gonna be good. You guys need to make sure you sit next to each other too.
What now?
When we do the shows, you guys have to sit next to each other.
no, it's going to be great because watch the next. We're going to start when we win tonight, and then we have to start streaming next week for the Pacers. All of a sudden, Clemmer's going to be in there in yellow, fucking.
I'm not. No, Vibs.
Vib's just gonna kill
Vibs will.
us.
Vibs will.
is just
Vibs
gonna
will
like
murder Meek. That's fine.
find me my apartment.
JB's going to soften us up with body blows, and then Vibs is going to come for the jugular.
Yep.
Hopefully-
Fire nice.
He's going to nice us
Actually,
up.
is fire nice.
He's going to
This is
sweeten
when-
nice
I respect that
us up,
pace.
and then boom.
Like, no bullshit. I respect the hell out of that.
I do too.
And I'm one of the few people on
doesn't.
earth who really likes Tyrese Halliburton. I
don't
really do.
I don't understand why. I understand they've
understand
had
why.
all the injuries and all this to other teams, but I don't understand why even after like that game last night, like I get they're banged up. The Cavs their team was on the floor.
It's one of the more pathetic performances I've ever seen from a top seed in the history of basketball.
I tried to defend
They are
them so much that
pathetic.
was
Especially a must-win game.
indefensible.
They are pathetic. Also,
They lay down and die.
Donovan Mitchell. I have some thoughts about that. Donovan Mitchell had a great playoffs.
35 points.
When do we talk about him?
I don't think you can.
Because
I actually don't think you can.
those Jazz teams went nowhere with
Yeah,
him.
but he is.
But maybe he just shoots too much, and maybe he's got to get the rest of the team involved. Like
That's
maybe
fair.
he can't win a title taking that many shots.
But
That was a big guy they were.
They also, but
great.
Garland was hurt 2 games. Like you do have to give a little. Like I know, but that's the thing. He did
Shout out
get
Ty
hurt.
Jerome for absolutely tanking the series. By the way,
But that's another thing
fraud.
too. Like Ty Jerome is supposed
Free
to
agent.
be like
Free agent too.
I hate him.
He is.
I can't stand.
Mobley.
I think
NBA loser.
No, Mobley's the guy.
Mobley's really good.
Mobley's the guy. Like,
think Jared
he's,
Allen's
like,
good
he's got to
too,
be the
but-
future.
Jared
of that
Allen
team.
stinks. He
I
was,
think
Jared Allen's
he was their second worst
Mobley.
player in the series besides Ty Jerome.
Truce completely choked last night.
I think they might need. I think they need to move from Garland.
Yes.
I think Allen's the one you got to
Because
move
I know
off.
all the NBA guys have talked about it for a long time.
Garland's like Jared Allen doesn't matter.
He does because he got bitched around by Miles Turner in the
It
series.
doesn't.
You're-
though.
and
Like,
Mitch owns
Garland is
Franchise like stat. Jared
Allen does
It's
not
tough to
matter.
move away from a guy who's 25. Or I guess 26 next year in Garland, who was a good regular season player. I understand the playoffs different. I
but
get
no,
it.
but the big thing that people like NBA people have said for years, and I really agree with it, is you can't have these 2 small guards because they can't defend. Like for example, like a Jalen Brunson, he's not the greatest defender, but he's so good offensively. You can get away with it when you put like Bridges or like Josh Hart next to him, like a bigger guy. Like you can't have 2 tiny guards who can't guard anyone. I just don't think it can work.
I think that's a really fair point.
Like because Mitchell can't guard.
he used to be able to. He out of Louisville, he was a star too.
And so
right?
he
but
became
then
such an offensive player, he, like, doesn't play
he
defense
pushed away the
anymore.
defense. The thing with Garland is because you look at the Cavs roster, it's like, well, what do? This is embarrassing to lose this way. Not to get the conference final after how many wins did they have?
64, right?
64 wins,
The third
right?
most wins to not make it past the second round.
So what do you do going next year? Like, what do you change around? You almost got to run it back and just hope Garland's healthy because
The East
The
used to
East
be
is
really
open.
bad.
East can be really bad. But also you got to look at like they won those games mainly like a big part of that was Garland, and you didn't have him in the playoffs basically because he was hurt. So now I guess you just got to run back the team and hope that Garland's healthy.
The thing is, you run it back, they'll probably be in the same spot. Like they'll
win a lot of games. They'll win a lot of
if
games,
they
right?
made the conference Eastern
Wait,
Conference
they'll win a
championship,
ton of games.
I don't think they'll ever win a championship with this team, but like they'll probably make it to the Eastern Conference final with this team.
Do you just settle for that?
I think they will. That's the problem.
You don't think they can win the East next year?
No, I really don't.
East
I
is
think.
wide open.
I don't say that like sarcastic. I mean like
I also think.
I'm asking.
They just haven't shown anything in
There's
the playoffs
teams
in their
in the East,
in their
like-
recent history they can do it.
What's Tatum's?
I know right now you
timeline
can't-
for return out all
Out
of
all next year.
Tatum.
all of next year.
Took Durant what 18 months?
Yeah, it was basically right off Tatum all next season.
I think that
Doncic
like the
expected.
East, like the only ones that are getting like the Knicks are going to be there, the Celtics will be there.
Well, be there what like in the playoffs, or like in the hunt.
They're not fighting for a title next
I don't
year.
think we're
Marty.
fighting. Yeah, I don't think so, Marty.
I
They're
think
so
Pacers-
cap
Pacers.
strong.
Celtics definitely still can.
They're
No,
so
they
Don't
absolutely
forget about the
not.
new ownership.
They were already.
Tell me.
I wish I wasn't saying this.
No, but like the East is, dude. You're honestly, I still think you're better than the Cavs without Tatum.
But I'm saying the Celtics next year aren't
think
just
you
going to be
are.
minus Tatum. The Celtics have to change around the roster.
So who else?
Cap.
So I don't know. I'm
worried about the ownership.
They were talking already, even with Tatum,
Yeah.
like Tatum in the fold, not out for the year.
Yeah.
They were going to have to deal one of Drew Holiday, White, and
Brown.
All three.
I,
One of them might
there's
have
no
one of them were have to go.
Yeah.
I was kind
That
of.
change.
I
That's
was
a
already.
I
huge.
still think the East is not that good. Where it's like the Pacers and I think the Celtics can still keep up with those teams.
What if we
I don't know about
traded
I'm not
White?
saying win a championship. I'm saying like you get to an Eastern Conference championship, you get to Eastern Conference Finals, you have a chance to win. Like that's the best chance you have.
Do you want to be good next year, or do you want to tank?
They're not going to. They're too.
They're too good to tank.
The Warriors got the second overall pick. Obviously,
But
they
they're
punted it,
too.
but, like,
They're not that bad. The
thing is-
they have plenty of good.
And you have, in theory, you have Tatum waiting in the wings to come back the following year. So I don't think
You
the
have
full
a
tank makes
Jalen
sense.
Brown is still a guy
Okay.
who can win you games no matter what.
But like, if you ask me, what would I rather do? Like for next year alone,
Yeah.
would I rather win 10 games or win 45? I'd much rather win 10.
yeah.
Much rather.
yeah, but that's not what's going
That's
to.
not what's going to happen. Right, exactly right, Marty. And like, but imagine like Derek White gets traded. I think that could happen. And then Tatum's gone. That team's not looking the same.
The Magic is the team in the East that could
Whoever that
rise.
was.
If the Magic add a shooter or two, they could be in a good spot.
Pistons.
They could
too.
be Pistons too.
Both of them could make moves and take a jump.
Whoever
Who
that
is-
looks really cool.
That's Stephen A. Smith's his nephew. You ever seen that guy? He's funny.
Knicks jacket's so cool.
Sick. No,
Guy had aura.
he's very funny.
He,
you ever seen the clips with Stephen A?
I don't know if I have.
No.
He's Stephen A. Smith's nephew. They do like he comes on. I think he does a segment maybe or something on He had like it went like viral when Stephen A signed the big contract.
Okay.
That he came and he was wearing the shirt like we're rich, and like it was like very, very funny.
I like to tune out Stephen A. for my mental health.
I have a
I
question.
enjoy Stephen A for what he is. I appreciate I understand for
Wait,
what.
stop the show. Meek has a question.
I have a Cavs question. I want to go back to this.
Cavs.
Meek has a question, guys.
So
Cavs.
I said last night the Cleveland Cavaliers, they had 0 players in the top 60 in minutes per game this year. Do you think the load managing and like not playing high minutes, they weren't conditioned properly for the playoffs as opposed to like some of these other teams?
Mitchell looked like he was gassed.
But like they were rested all year.
He's also dealing with some sort of injury.
But like
He's-
they did all the load managing. They limited minutes. Like they played 31 minutes a game, and they still ran into like, oh, these guys are hurt. These guys are out of gas. It's like
It's a long fucking season.
I-
no matter what, no matter how you slice it, it's all a grind to get
that's
to
why
this
I
point.
think people are like too harsh on like, oh, like Tibbs plays his guys too many minutes around of gas. Like the Cavs did the complete opposite. They still ran.
There's
out
no
of
way.
gas.
There's no right way to
There's
do it.
no right way to do it.
No, it's like preventing an arm injury in baseball. It's all just a fucking coin flip. You have no idea.
It's like
Yeah.
Tatum towards Achilles freak accident.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Although that
minutes.
Achilles injuries went up this year. There's like 6,
I know.
something like that.
I think Cavs just had some bad luck. I think it just broke. Didn't.
Who is Donovan Mitchell? Like he's a guy now. He's going to be 29 next year. He's never made it to the conference finals. Like
They never made it with the Jazz once.
He was a big name.
The
leaked- he
year
was a
they
big
were the
name.
1 seed and they lost in the second
who is
round.
this guy?
He was a big name inked to the Knicks forever, though, it felt like.
I think that's the one.
He thought he was going to
Yeah.
Knicks. They asked him
Like
the other
Mets
day, and
fan.
he goes, "I thought I was going home."
he
I actually did not want him at all.
I didn't either.
Because
That's like
of
one
the
of my-
Jazz shit. Because
Yes.
they never went anywhere.
I didn't either. I was because
Yeah, but the Knicks were in a spot where like you had to take somebody, and it was like, all
Oh,
right,
it was
well,
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson was the guy. No,
The
you're right.
godsend
No,
of
100
godsends.
Yeah, we
also
avoided that
summer
for
was
sure.
DeJounte Murray, who the Hawks gave up 2 first-round picks for that they regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he just to me it was always like I didn't want him then because he was just too high volume, low efficiency.
Just a chucker.
Like
He was a chucker.
I
in
just
Utah.
don't think that gets you there.
He got
long
better
term.
in Cleveland. He took a step, but I don't know.
I just don't think he gets you there like long term. I actually think this team was they were getting close where they could win around him because I think Mobley's that good and they definitely need to make some changes. I think they need to make changes.
Yeah, but give the Pacers credit again. Like 5 guys in double figures.
They're legit. I think
I understand what you
will
guys are
not
saying
catch me disrespecting the Pacers.
About the Cavs,
I won't do it.
You make changes. Like they won 64 games, right?
Playoffs are a different animal.
But there was like they do have that little bit of like we were hurt. Like it seems almost
Sure.
like you guys last.
That's why I think
year,
they'll
where
just
it's
run it
like-
straight back.
They probably, no,
Which
I
don't
agree
think
with
it's
Hubs. They're
the
going
worst.
to.
I don't think it's the worst thing to do. I think the best thing you guys said was Garland maybe move on from him, but like I still think like also adding Hunter I thought was good.
Yeah,
I like the Hunter
I
move a
think
lot.
he's a good player.
I like a lot.
I just think that like you have to see if they run the same team back happens next year the same thing and they're healthy, then you blow it up. I think that maybe not blow it up, but maybe trade one.
But isn't Garland? He's a free agent soon, right?
They have Hunter for 2 more years. Let me check Garland.
I thought you said Garland. If he's got a lot of years left on his deal, then I understand. Like,
Garland is signed long term, 3 more years after this.
okay, so he's got a so
So the guy had the team kind of locked in.
they're gonna so they're Hubs is right that they're going to run it back at least like one more time. I agree.
in a weak East.
And as
that
they
might be
should,
enough.
honestly, because of a weak
think it's-
East, and because you can make the excuse that Garland's injury really derailed him, because that's a guy who
And
brings.
Mitchell's too, to some extent.
Yeah, but Garland was
Garland,
just-
It's just a reaction right now because you won 64 games and lost in the second round. Like if they lost next round, this wouldn't be a conversation.
I agree.
correct.
So that's
Yeah.
why it's
The fact
like
that they couldn't even get there is.
well, it's the way they lost. So they lost in 5.
yes, they
Like,
lost in
that's
5. It
bad.
was bad,
And they did just lie down
They
and
blew.
die last
They blew.
night. That was
multiple
awful.
20.
I was
I know.
gonna say that
It's still
the
embarrassing
game they lost.
what
What was
they
it? Game
did.
2. The game
Yeah.
2 that they lost in disgusting fashion.
Well, what were they up last night? What was the highest they got last
Like
night?
20.
19.
So they blew multiple 19 plus
It was
leads.
That's been the sort of whole playoffs
19 to
with
2
every
run
team.
for the
Yeah.
Pacers. And I also understand why people hate Halliburton. His shot is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
He couldn't miss last
He
night.
was, and you watch it, you're like, oh, and you're like, and it barely hits the net. It's like beautiful. It's like, it makes no sense.
He's figured out the right aggression, because I think last year he had a big problem of driving to the lane, and Vibs can attest this. Driving to the lane, he would already decide before he's driving the lane, I'm passing this ball.
Yeah,
now I think he's a little bit
confidence.
more aggressive.
He had confidence
And-
last night.
Right. And now, like, you're seeing, he still is a great floor general, but he also can get his own. And I think they have numbers, too. They were showing last game maybe, like, how well the team does when he is a 20-point guy, a 15-point guy, or whatever. It's just, they're way better. Mathurin being healthy this year, big time. They didn't have him at all last year.
Yeah. Do you guys
Turner's
think
been good? They're awesome.
Do
Man.
you guys, after last night, do you trust OKC more or no?
I do. I think what they've done the last 2 fourth quarters shows that's you're watching the team grow up kind of.
Yesterday
They're
I said
another team, 6 guys in double figures. Like,
Yeah.
I know, and I like I think
They're
this
super deep.
the story of this playoffs of teams kind of being disrespected or like under, and again, the Nuggets might go out in this series, but it did feel like the Pacers definitely got disrespected. The Knicks definitely got disrespected.
Nuggets get disrespected.
And the Nuggets got
so much.
disrespected too. Like game 1, everybody was looking at me like
Nuggets are still not out of it.
Yeah, we're going to the bet gala. Ev's like, you're crazy, big cat.
I did not say you're crazy. Stop
Taking him game 1?
I betting laying the points and saying you're crazy. I did not say you're crazy. I just disagreed with you.
All right,
Did he
they
say-
go hand in hand.
Did you say he was crazy?
I absolutely did
hand in
not
hand.
say you were crazy. I just said you just said you were like Denver. I said I really like OKC. I was wrong.
See, I love to hear the conversation, dude.
And they also were up double digits with like 6 minutes left.
When
in the
you
fourth
say
quarter.
things, in his head, he really thinks you said he was crazy.
I
because
just
you said,
I said I passionately I
No,
bet
I know.
I bet OKC big in that game. I totally own that. I did.
I think that I still it made me trust him more.
Me too.
I do think though that it wasn't at OKC. Like Denver is getting way disrespected for I don't know why. Like
I think it's their short rotation. They have 6 guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Max.
Jokic goes for 44 and 13. Murray goes for 28, and then from there, it's kind of like who's.
it's
No,
no,
but they run out of gas.
Yeah,
Who's
but it's
really
like-
going
And
on.
all year, to end the regular season, their defense was abysmal. Like,
Yeah.
And they don't have a coach.
I-
Let's face it, they don't.
I am
have a-
stunned at how well they've played in this series against OKC. I didn't
I
think.
guess I'm not because of like what we've seen them do.
think
like
it goes
we've seen
7?
them win a championship.
You could
Like,
go 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't. And that's no disrespect to Denver. I just think OKC, like Ed was saying, I think I've seen them kind of get better as it's gone on.
What's the line going to be on that?
4.5. OKC -4.5.
I like Denver.
Makes sense. It's been the same when they're at home. They're 10. on the
Jokic
road,
is
like
crazy,
5,
man. You just
4.5.
can't underestimate.
It's great,
that
but
guy.
he played great last night. They still lost. So I think Oklahoma City takes care of business.
I think you do. I think they
Yes.
get gassed in the games. It's a short rotation. Like you see, they just the last 2 games they just took over in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter. Both
They
games.
just had a 7-game series.
They
versus
just
the
flipped the
Clippers.
switch and it was like this. Like this is. We're
That's
not
the point. I was sweating out the spread at the end of that game.
I know.
It was
crazy.
bullshit that they had to play so quick after the game 7.
That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah, but that's
the
how it
penalty
goes.
of having to
Oh,
go
but
7.
goes.
That's why it was so imperative. I thought for the Knicks to not get to force the 7 because
Yeah.
they needed that whole weekend off.
Yeah.
And that's what screwed the Warriors. Also, Warriors having to go to 7.
Yeah, and
with
having to do the play-in
in.
before that.
Yeah, so like that's just so much.
That's another reason why I was down on them, was because they had to play breakneck for the last since March.
No, I mean that was absolutely the detriment, and that's what blew Curry out. Was they had to go balls to the wall for they've been doing. They've been in the playoffs basically since January.
Yes.
Couple different things. Merle's had game notes today, but you can follow him obviously. Florida, Toronto tonight, 2-2 in that series. Edmonton 3-1. Vegas is on death's doorstep. They are favored tonight in Vegas, small. So I'm hoping that
That
extends.
Florida game's gonna be great.
Yeah,
That's
wild.
yeah.
I mean, like Spit and Chicklets, the whole crew has hit gold here with all their teams are like involved.
Right in the mix.
Randall's got a team. Biz has a team. Merle's has Vegas that he's rooting for. Whitney still has Edmonton going on. Like they got a lot of guys, a lot of balls in the air with those guys. So
That the game 5 2-2 is. I mean, I think it's game 7 and then it's that game.
yeah,
Like it just feels like that's such a swinging.
Oh, yeah.
It's the swing game in any series.
we'll have Leo back Friday, who picked the Derby winner. Obviously, that the guy's not running. The horse is not running Saturday, but in a much shorter card, so he'll break down that field, and we'll see where it goes from there. PGA starts tomorrow. I was just placing it on my phone. I'm going to go out on a limb. Probably going to shock a lot of people. I'm going to take Colin Morikawa to win it.
Wow.
You're gonna give that up.
Oh.
Groundbreaking.
You're gonna give Morikawa up.
He's already won 2 for me, so it's like
How long ago?
COVID.
Has he not won one?
Dude, he's been bad.
I think it was 2020.
He hasn't even been in
Yeah,
the conversation.
No, that's not true. We finished top 10 at the Masters.
Top 10.
He's had a couple decent. Yeah, he hasn't really been
Top 10. He hasn't been.
much of a
Who's
mess.
never even close to winning that match.
He hasn't been like in that group that can win on Sunday. I feel like
Yeah,
a
it's just
little
not
bit.
been
That's
like,
probably
is
true.
Morikawa going to win? I haven't heard his name of like,
He was sort of this one. He I do remember he was like on the leaderboard definitely up for the Masters, but I don't remember him ever being in like true like, oh my god, like Morikawa is like about to.
No, yeah. I have a little NFL stuff I want to ask the boys. Two things. One, I want to talk about yesterday. What I can't these early.
Tied for 14th in the Masters, but
Yeah,
either way.
he got a chance.
He did. He had a bad round and still managed to like
Right
get
in the
in the what?
Right in the mix.
Right in the mix.
14. That's a new mix.
I'd like to see you go shoot -3 to go.
Yeah, Marty. Do that.
My first complaint is these camps when there's no one going after them and these accounts go nuts.
yeah.
I can't take it this early.
So funny.
This early, I can't take it.
Shador looks great out there throwing this 5-yard
Let
slant
the
to
man-
nobody.
I understand clicks. I understand it, but just fucking relax. Second thing.
I think the NFL should be mandated to shut down their buzz from
Yes.
April 1st to July 1st.
But it's crazy.
Because they dominate the whole calendar, and they've laid it out now. They know what they're doing. The draft, I shouldn't say that, not April 1st, but they do the draft. They do the draft, then they do the schedule release. Then the next thing you know, you're in camps. Like, they've figured out a way to dominate the whole calendar.
It's the playoffs right now, and like you still want.
Oh, it's still number one? Yeah, for sure.
My question is, if you're Aaron Rodgers, right, who would you rather play for, the Steelers or the Saints?
I say the Saints.
Steelers.
Because I think the obvious answer is the Steelers because of the team around him and the defense. But the Saints, that division, isn't great.
I don't think
You-
it's that
you
bad
have-
though.
I don't think the NFC
Bucks are good,
I know, but it's
and I think the Panthers are getting a lot better.
the Steelers division is fucking brutal.
Brutal.
Like the Bengals are going to be better this year. I think.
I think
hopefully
so.
they sign.
I also don't think the NFC is loaded with massive quarterback talents.
No.
Going through the AFC, way harder to navigate. We've said it a million times.
dude, and like Olave's good.
Who's their coach?
The Saints, no idea.
Oh, they oh no, Kellen Moore.
Oh yeah,
All right.
no, yeah,
All
new
right.
coach,
Offensive mind.
Offensive
offensive
guy.
mind.
Got rid of Rizzy.
Yes, Rizzy. I just think that like my answer was the Steelers. Like it is like that's obvious. Like you have DK Metcalf
And Tomlin's your
Tomlin.
coach.
You
don't have Pickens anymore.
You make which
think
is
it might
good.
be
I
good.
think.
Yeah, Metcalf.
I
that
think
might
that's
be a good
good.
thing.
I think also the Steelers. You have Mason Rudolph be your quarterback. You make the playoffs. Like
Or Will Howard. Just saying. Might have Will Howard this
I have
year.
some relevant NFL news to
I'm
share.
still going.
He's got news.
When is this
We're
getting
talking about the
released, by the way?
Steelers.
I'm still going.
Tonight, 8
Well,
p.m.
this is
Tonight, 8
relevant,
p.m.?
Marty.
I guarantee if it's not relevant, I'll kill you. Go.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Week 1.
Play the Jets. Got it.
Face the Jets.
It's
not relevant.
Not relevant at all because
you
the
kill him?
Jets could play the Jets.
You're gonna kill him now?
Aaron Rodgers could
That's
play
it.
the Steelers.
Please.
Meek's gone.
Well,
He's
Aaron-
dead.
See him.
There's a reason I didn't bring it up because who cares?
That had nothing to do
Aaron,
with.
Aaron
Because
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers could play. Oh, I played on the
nothing-
Jets.
Nothing to do
1
with
year.
anything.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's where I'm like, and
I see your point.
it's just
Still
a
think he
weird-
goes. I think he would prefer the Steelers, but I see your point. Like, what's your goal, Aaron?
Yeah.
You want to make the playoffs in your final year? Do you want to have a shot to go to the Super Bowl? Well, your best shot's probably on the NFC side. If you think,
Yeah.
if you think you're good enough,
I don't think
if you believe in yourself, you're cocky enough to believe. What is he? 40 now.
Yes.
You believe that you could still have another Aaron Rodgers season, then your path to success is in the NFC. Because it's not the AFC's fucking.
Not even the
crumbling.
AFC. His own division
Right.
in the AFC is they might be the fourth best team.
Right.
the Browns.
Third.
Browns
Sorry.
are sick.
Now, like their rosters the Saints roster's not good. It's like it's arguably really bad.
I think with all that being
Is it?
said, it's yeah, it's bad. I think with all that being
I don't know.
said,
I don't know how
it's
the
still
defense looks.
It's all bad.
Well, Kamara's good.
Okay.
Olave's good.
Steelers when he's healthy.
When he's
I don't
healthy.
think
I love Olave.
I don't think.
How many concussions are we
I don't
on
think
with Olave,
Juwan Johnson's bad.
What?
I think Juwan Johnson's pretty good.
When your third guy you say is Juwan Johnson, your roster
You got to
sucks.
Juwan Johnson
again-
way too quick.
but
Like, your
again,
roster sucks.
who'd they draft this year?
Tyler Shuck. On the first round.
no,
but
the
yeah.
the
He's minus
quarterback-
three. He's minus like 300 to be the starter. They literally
that's
draft a guy in second round. All right, you're
which is why
hand him the
you
keys.
go to the Saints. The Saints.
I think you can make the argument for the Saints, but he would go to the Steelers. I don't know what the fuck he's
I
Why
think
is he deciding?
No,
What
that's
are you doing,
saying.
dude?
so. I listened to Schrager talk.
But what is he even doing?
Schrager talked about it. I guess the thing with the Giants was he basically
was
just
in my
told the
dream,
Giants
Peter
we're
Schrager.
in there's no timeline. Like he told them back whenever basically the day they signed Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, that 2-3 days.
Which is great. Good
And he's
for
like,
the
we have
Giants.
zero timeline. Like he basically told them I have zero timeline. I have no idea when I'm going to make the decision. And then the Giants were like, all right, we're not waiting for the
Next
draft.
day. Next day they signed.
The Steelers have clearly just been more willing to wait.
He's going to be 42 in December.
Crazy.
What is the point of this? Like,
Well, the
you're
thing
not
is, though,
good
the
anymore.
the
You're
Steelers, I
maybe
get it.
average at best. Like, what are you doing?
Don't the Steelers have? I think the Steelers actually made a good decision because I don't think. Obviously, they had Russell Wilson. They don't want him. Jameis is not their answer at all.
No.
They got Will Howard in the draft.
You didn't
which
want
is
Justin
like,
Fields anymore.
They
You
don't want
Fields,
Justin
you saw
Fields.
your ceiling.
So you right now you
think you
do.
have seen the ceiling.
They have two options right now. I think there's two
Yeah.
options, and that's it. I think they have Aaron Rodgers, and I think they can try and find something for Kirk Cousins. I think that's the only two options that they have. I think
Kirk Cousins is very possible.
that's it. So I think they're actually.
That's a bad two ways to go.
But what you had, I don't know.
Kirk Cousins is cooked.
Yeah, he looked tough.
He can't
100%.
move.
End of the year, he looked.
Who else?
He looked worse.
His throws don't have anything on them.
you
You
ra-
can throw harder
Would
than
you
Kirk.
rather Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins? I actually don't know.
Russell Wilson.
Probably Russ.
Probably.
Really? I don't.
It's not
a good
It's not a good
conversation to have.
situation to be in.
not
You'd
a-
rather just probably
Cousins.
I
your
can't
fullback
believe
at
my quarterback is Russell Wilson. I can't.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't.
tough.
for
I
now.
love
When
this.
I saw that
You
four
guys shit on
lineup,
him for months, and now you gotta. Now you're.
we also didn't talk about how right I was that the Giants were going to get Jackson Dart. You remember?
You're right.
I talked all about they were going to get Abdul and then they were going to get Jackson
You're
Dart.
the first dart boy.
I was a dart boy, and you fucking better be a dart boy.
No, I converted. I have no choice.
Dart boys,
I
I'm gonna be
wasn't.
up.
I wasn't the.
I'm the die for him.
Coming into the
gotta
draft,
start
I'm not
smoking
like
cigs.
the biggest dart guy.
I'll do anything.
Got to rip darts during the game.
I feel like he's gonna be our guy. He's gonna
No,
be
Dave. I trust Dable's a phenomenal offensive quarterback guy. Dable picked him out. They said in like January and just loved him. I ride with Dable. I think Dable's a legit coach.
Did
legit
you even
offensive
draft
guy.
a quarterback?
I don't know.
Jets?
You can't laugh at Dick.
I can laugh.
You have no quarterback.
I disagree with you, by the way. Justin. No, we
Fields.
have. We have
Oh yeah, no quarterback.
No, that's not true.
good
And I
player.
don't like you, Justin Fields.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. Justin Fields has not hit the ceiling.
I don't know why you.
Yes.
Why? What do you have to back that up other than hope?
None. No.
He's played better.
You watched like
He hasn't.
he's the tape.
Same
is-
thing every year. Every year.
It's-
plays a little better every year. A little
Oh, he
better.
plays
No!
good. He plays
He
good.
played a little bit. He played
He
better
plays
last
good.
year.
It's like, oh, look at him. Boom.
He played better last
He
year.
can run and then he can't throw, and it's the same thing. All right, great.
He can throw
I
stuff.
don't know,
He
man.
can throw some.
He can't throw.
Not
Just
really.
on the Giants QB room, do you think there's any chance that Jameis Winston gets traded to the Saints for like a 4th round pick?
No,
Because
a
they need a
fourth.
quarterback?
No.
No, they already had him. They
Or
would have
fifth.
kept him.
No, but the Saints are so desperate for a quarterback. and
round
the Giants are
pick?
crowded.
No
No.
shot.
You say I can't laugh at you. Can you laugh at my team?
No, yeah, like
I can laugh at your team. If you can laugh at my team, I
can't
can laugh at your team.
I wouldn't. I don't bring up my team. We can't laugh at each other because they're both so bad.
So bad.
The insertion of me to the show adds a good team to the.
Yeah, well, listen, you guys. You got your own
Maybe you join
problems,
the show
all right?
makes your team bad.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
actually.
no.
It actually might make a team bad.
Oh,
because
no.
what?
To be fair, we
Hypothetically, one guy isn't on the show. And his team won the Super Bowl.
It's true.
Yeah, it's
Once he left, they
All
were
right, guys.
unbelievable.
on second thought. Oh man, no, I mean Packers story is always really good regular season. We have a traumatic loss.
I hope Jordan Love has good insurance now that you're on this show. Really good insurance. This is
Well, he doesn't get hurt. Oh, you think the show will cause this?
This year,
heard a little bit last
the NFL is so interesting already. This year with these rookie quarterbacks, these rookies coming in, the how Jaden Daniels is going to be this year. The Bengals are a huge what now because like they got their two guys back. Everyone's really excited, but
The sleeping giant is Kansas City.
yeah, I have no
Because
idea.
No one is talking about them. They're almost discarding them. They're like how they looked in the Super Bowl. Mahomes is.
guess what?
Mahomes has been seething all offseason.
Got a haircut, and guess what?
did.
Rasheed Rice didn't play last year.
Correct.
Right.
Hollywood Brown, is he still on the team?
I think so.
He played late in this year. I'm just saying, Rasheed Rice was.
I'm just saying they're just not talked about, and that's where they want to be. They're very happy in the position they are.
they're gonna be
Your
legit.
angry Mahomes is going to be a sight to behold.
You guys
I
care
think,
about the schedule at all?
no, I think it's the most overrated thing.
I don't
One
care at
bit.
all.
Not one.
The fact that they have a week dedicated to this is insane.
Not even.
It's tonight, right? It actually comes out
Tonight,
tonight.
8 o'clock.
Like Monday, Tuesday, they were hyping this up. Oh, what are we doing? It's a
It's
schedule.
been leaking out that like Art Stapleton, the Giants guy, like he's got week like 1 to 6 already. Like they like leak it out.
matter. It
Like,
was
Is that going to get better ratings than Celtics Knicks? The schedule.
Schedule?
NFL's crazy, but no.
I don't think the schedule released.
I don't think so
man.
either.
You know why, though?
but I wouldn't rule anything out at this point with football.
You
You know why it won't?
see
Because
it's so fast.
It's a social
after.
media thing. Yeah, you don't have to
quick.
watch
The
it.
second it's done, you can just have it in your hand.
It's right in there. So
You can have a game in your hand.
What? It's
We
on
will
a-
be going
it's
over
on a channel.
I just
today,
want to bet
the
Gunnar Henderson 2
the
plus
NFL
bases.
Network or whatever.
Let's go.
We will be going over all 32 teams win losses though over the summer.
Well, no, no.
Phil's gonna hit a bell. We're gonna pull up a
Not-
team and just be
Not
like,
even that, Rico. During the season, we'll be going through everyone's schedule every week.
that's how it works. All
How many
right,
teams think can win the Super Bowl? Let's go through the list.
that's my question. That was my thing. I think we should have a big board. We should bring it back.
I like it. I like it.
Hubs picks tonight. But the thing was, you take a stand on certain teams. Like last year, we got screwed because we said the Dolphins can't win the Super Bowl, and then Tua got hurt. So it like
we were just correct.
We're just right.
I know we were right, but it wasn't full. It wasn't a
I
fair
would say
fight.
the Falcons is a bigger black mark on our record.
Yeah.
We were right there though.
God, fucking jerseys.
I got 2 Young Wei Koos.
I'm bringing Falcons Friday back next year.
And this is I'm a Penix boy.
I'm not a Penix.
I've been a Penix
Oh,
boy.
I like that.
Look, he did not look good.
I'm not a Penix.
He didn't like. I mean, he played 2 games. I mean, they literally.
Such a small sample.
I don't think he's good.
They almost won in overtime
man,
with the Commanders.
I'm a
to get in the
quarterback
playoffs.
guru, as everyone knows. Baker Mayfield,
Daniel Jones.
Justin Herbert.
I'm a quarterback guru.
My quarterback for my team does not count. That's fair.
Oh, really?
I'm
You
known.
said Daniel Jones would be good in Indianapolis, though.
I think he's going to be
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
So, but he's
Well, this is my test for him now. He's on my team, so I see.
some would say he's failed many tests already.
Not on my team. He
I'm
has.
just saying.
On my team, he has. If he's good this year, am I the guru?
He flunked.
He's
out.
good this year.
If he's good this year, am I the guru?
He might be.
All right.
I will say, if he's good this year, what will Meek do?
What does good mean for him? 10 wins?
Yes.
Yeah, he takes them to
He
the
wins
playoffs.
10,
Yeah,
Marty, if he
takes
wins
the
10
Colts to the
wins, you are the
playoffs.
guru.
All right, I'm the guru. All right, you heard it. I'm the guru.
If he has 10 wins in games he starts this year, you are the guru.
I'm the guru.
Hubs picks.
Okay. So you're going to get a little different side of me when I'm doing these picks every day. So I'm going to Lorenzo Mazzetti plus 140. That starts in like half an hour, an hour. Ariana
Question.
Yep.
What sport?
Tennis.
Okay, got it.
One last tennis bet. Sabalenka to win in straight sets minus 135. I got the Knicks plus 4.5, and I have the Tigers run line minus 1.5.
Alcaraz won already?
Yeah, one this morning.
Nice.
That was really a different side of you. You're absolutely.
No. From what you're seeing, I didn't mean to say it. Different side of this show. You're gonna get some tennis. You're gonna get some tennis bets.
That was funny.
I'm on Seattle money line. Yankees looked really good last night. I'm on the Padres run line minus 1.5. It was fine. They lost.
11th.
It
Yeah.
happens. I like this play.
Bad game they played.
No, they lost. It's fine.
The Pirates.
I-
Pirates winning extra innings was really good.
I was nice. W's count more than else. I like this play. 2-pick parlay. Monster money line truncated. Timberwolves. Celtics.
Yeah.
Minus 112.
I'll cook up a player prop tonight. But we need the Knicks to win.
And then I'm on this play here. I kind of already put it out. Bailey Ober over 17.5 outs. The game's already started. But keep an eye on Kyle Hendricks. Earned runs allowed over 2.5. They're playing the Padres, and Kyle Hendricks has been horrible.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, you won't. Hubs will.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Hubs will.
I'm on the Knicks with the points. I'm also going to take. Where is it in baseball? I'm also going to take the. I'm taking the Yankees today too. Yankees won. I might add a few more, but I had a big bet on the Timberwolves win this series, so I think I'm just going to kind of ride that out.
That's nice. That's a good feeling that is.
Oh, good.
Honestly,
call.
I hated the way it looked, and then I kind of got lucky with Curry.
Phil, good call the other day when we all jumped on Indiana a day in advance for last night.
Oh yeah.
Money line
yeah.
and points.
I did that.
The balance hit today, and I looked and I was like, "Oh, that was nice." And then I remembered, I took Indiana. Marty,
I think we should look at division winners in the AL Central.
Ooh.
Because there's some numbers out there. The Guardians plus 425. The Twins are even plus 600. I don't believe in them, but I don't think the Tigers. I think the Tigers are the best, but minus 140 is a lot for me. You agree or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the Central's kind of wide open too.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I've been sitting on the list of the standings, and Phil and Meek were both or Phil and Clemmer were both "Oh, it's still early." There's a lot of teams within 3 or 4 games in pretty much all the divisions.
This is the best time.
I'll double back though. It is early.
I
But it's the best
early,
time to
but
take
that's,
division.
That's when you can market trade.
Best time to
sure.
take division winners, right?
Or
I will say the Tigers are the best team in that division though.
Oh, they are. That's why they're minus 140.
I would
but
if I were to take a stab on anyone, it's the Royals because they're going to call up
Caglianone.
Caglianone, and that's going to be a monster move.
What position does he play?
For
He can play first
outfielder?
and outfield.
Yeah, first.
First and out. First
And he
and
can pitch a
He
bit,
looks
but
like
on the
Paul
pitch.
Bunyan at the plate. He's so he's just.
Which they're plus 475.
You see, that's the step. I wouldn't. Guardians, I don't really believe in the long haul there. I'll say the Tigers are really good.
Tigers really
Yeah,
good.
they are.
Tigers have a great bullpen. They have good starters, and their lineup is like kind of shaped up a little bit. If they add one guy at the deadline, the Tigers are
I think you're right.
very interesting
You
team.
see the Cubs called up what Ballesteros?
That man is a
house.
an image to behold.
He's
good.
I know the defense is shaky.
It's amazing to look at that guy and be like, that's a good player.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
If you show like a non-baseball fan, like, hey, this guy is. It's like watching John Daly golf or whatever. It's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
He's really good though.
Yeah, I gotta look
he
at him.
is.
I gotta get a.
I have the Giants today. I have the Yankees. I have the Phillies in the second game. And then NBA-wise, I have the Celtics minus 4.5, and I have the Warriors plus 10.5.
Phil, close us out.
I have OG Anunoby over 1.5 threes.
Is that all it is? 1.5?
Minus 166.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, okay.
It was
And
160 last
depending
game.
on who's sitting courtside, I might ladder it. If I see Kylie and Kendall sitting courtside, I might bump it
Suni
up to
Lee.
3 and 4. Suni Lee.
I don't think she's
I
taking
have
the
to
road
see,
trip.
I have to see what stars are out for OG tonight for me to ladder it, but I'll take
Respect.
my 1.5.
All right. Back tomorrow. We'll be streaming tonight. That is Pick Central. We will catch you tomorrow.